Oh, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to the Knockout Kings, episode number 2 for 2024. The 8 drivers competing in today's competition are out on track, and very shortly they will begin drawing their marble that will put them into either the Drift Demons or the Smoke Samurais group. Quite simple here, the way that the drivers qualify for the battle, the competition battles this afternoon. As they battle head-to-head, it is 3 points for a win, it's 1 point for a loss. It is 1 point for a draw and it is 0 points for a loss, and that's how they set themselves up for competition. So I believe we are now ready to go, and we will draw the pools. So if Kat could move forward and allow the drivers to select a marble. Drawing first is Suzuki-san, driving the Drift Academy 180. So if we just... So just as we move down the line, we've sort of skipped ahead a little bit here. So Suzuki-san draws his marble, or he is DD2. Suzuki-san is DD2. Moving now to Jason Wu. Jason Wu in the Eurofighter. That name's sticking, by the way. I'm not giving up on that one. Eurofighter. Okay, so he is DD1. He is DD1. Michael Tang, Residong Hotels in the Skyline, and he is DD4. He is DD4. Oh, sorry, he is SS4. SS4. Okay, so this is Reece Warren in the BMW. This is Reece's competition debut. And Reece draws SS3. Reece draws Smoke Samurais 3. Next is Damon Smith, otherwise known as Captain Super Yacht. Damon Smith draws DD3. Damon Smith draws DD3. Leo Lee next to draw. I named him the Ninja last time we were here. Leo Lee draws SS2, which means there are 2 left, so David Chen will pick first. And he is DD4, which means that Brodie Warren will draw, but we know what the result's going to be there, and he is going to be Smoke Samurai number 1. So there we go, Brodie Warren. So that is your field for today. It is Suzuki-san. Hello, Suzuki-san. Welcome all the way from Japan. Jason Wu, Eurofighter. Hello, Jason. Michael Tang. Hello, Michael. Reece Warren. Not a washed-up Porsche racer at all. Damon, eyeing up Damon Smith. Mr. Super Yacht himself. Leo Lee, hello Leo, welcome back. David Chen in the Red Dragon over there, and then Brodie Warren in the BMW. And no team orders at all for the Warrens. They're not going to crash into each other if they race in battles. All right, so drivers, you can fire your cars up, and we'll get underway shortly with the first battle, which will be DD1 versus DD2. So that will be Jason Wu and Suzuki-san. First up, Jason Wu and Suzuki-san. First up as the first battle today. Yeah, and then what? Yeah. So the way that will work, so your first battles will be Jason versus Suzuki, and then Damon versus David, and then we'll have Brodie versus Leo, and Reece versus Michael. So Jason and Suzuki, which isn't a bad way to kick things off. Then Damon and David, and then we got Brodie and Leo, and Reece and Michael. So just got a brief media moment here as the drivers have been asked to exit their cars just for static photos. Then we'll get underway with Suzuki and Jason. My apologies if I sound a little bit rough this morning. Has been a rough 24 hours. Mad Mike Summer Bash yesterday where we saw Suzuki-san behind the wheel of Sky's Eurofighter. We also saw Jason down there and Michael doing some laps as well. So a lot of guys getting a lot of track action this weekend. So just for confirmation, because we don't have a qualifying, it is of course based off the order that they drew in. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be how they structure the leading. So it is Jason and Suzuki-san first, and then Damon versus David. Then we have Brodie versus Leo, and Reece and Michael. So somehow the Warrens have ended up on the same side of the draw, Brodie and Reece. So we will see the father and son battle, and not a bad way to kick things off with Suzuki-san and Jason Wu first up. Hello Ryan Murdoch, good morning. Hello Jake. Hello. Here's our friend from Living the Drift Life. Brendan White tuned in. Becky from Becky's Photography. Becky and Matt tuned in. Tyler Knowles. Good morning, Tyler Knowles. Again, apologies if I don't sound overly flash. It is, day 2 of big old weekend, and then we're going to do this again next weekend because MSC rounds 3 and 4 are next weekend. I think what we'll do this morning, just for the purposes of it, is we'll do what we call letting it breathe, and I'll just let you know who wins each battle. No point in blowing things apart too early. So the boys are on the live stream feed. Good quality camera crew, and Bruce, as usual, is the captain of the ship driving the technology, so if anything goes wrong, blame Bruce. He's been far too happy. He's had 2 solid live streams so far. Nothing's gone wrong, so he's hoping for a third. So just a reminder for this competition, there are no one more times or anything like that. It's just it is what it is, and then they go again. The judges make a decision. It is either 3 points for a win, it is 1 point for each for a tie, and 0 for a loss. So we have a call, and getting 3 points is Jason Wu. Jason Wu gets the 3 points for round number 1. So it was a split decision. We have two judges who called for Jason, and one called a draw. So next battle should be Damon and David. Damon and David should be ready to go. Damon Smith, a staff member of the Drift Academy, and David Chen, who is one of the Drift Academy drivers. Good morning, everybody, and welcome along to Knockout Kings. Pretty low-key start to the morning. We are just in the battle qualification stages. The drivers are in two pools of 4 drivers. On the Drift Demon side, we've had Jason Wu already get a win over Suzuki-san. That was Damon Smith and David Chen doing battle. And the winners get 3 points. A draw is 1, and if you lose, you get no points. So that is how they qualify, basically, and then they will put themselves into either the Drift Masters or the Drift Challengers part of the competition. So we have a winner there, and it is David Chen. David Chen gets 3 points. Well done, David. So David Chen 3, Jason Wu 3, Suzuki-san and Damon Smith both sitting on 0. Good morning, Nick T-Boone. Good morning, Jade and Giovanni tuned in on the live stream as well. Morning, Vishal. Jake and Ryan tuned in as well. Just a pretty low-key start to things here. Judges today, Sky Zhao, Roan the Mosquito, Allison and Isaac Aldridge. So this is our first look at Brodie Warren and Leo Lee. So Brodie Warren is a new driver under the Drift Academy. So the BMW you're looking at was actually a car that I believe Suzuki-san was going to drive, but as tends to happen with Sky Zhao builds, it got sold before Suzuki got here, so a deal was done and Suzuki's in the 180 and Brodie Warren now in his Warren family-owned BMW. Leo Lee also from the Drift Academy in the 180 SX. So I believe you are correct. This is the layout that we are using for round 3 of MSC next week. Morning, Tim Fastage tuned as well. Big Daddy T. Good to see you watching some more drifting, Tim. This is Brodie Warren and Leo Lee. All the cars, of course, are on the 235 wide radial tyre that is prescribed for all of the events here at the Drift Academy International track. Bit of a precursor for next week's rounds 3 and 4 with Robbie Nishida of the MSC Challenge. That wasn't bad for a competition debut for Brodie Warren. Chasing Leo Lee there. Let's wait for the call from the judges. Morning, Bodie Motorsports. So getting a call in his first 3 points, Brodie Warren. Brodie Warren gets 3 points, 3 out of 3 from the judges. Morning, Mr. Joyce. So just to confirm for those who are tuned in, we will see a father and son battle in qualifying. So Reece and Brodie will go head to head. They're on the same side of the draw. If you just joined us, sorry, I call it qualifying because that's how they see themselves. It's qualifying battles. So this is Reece Warren, this is Brodie's father behind the wheel of the grey BMW, and Michael Tang in the GTT Skyline. So again, just confirming, so basically what happens here is each of the drivers will get, I think it's 4 battles, and if you win you get 3 points, if you draw you get 1, and if you lose you get a 0. Somebody fed Michael Tang the angry pills this morning, right? That's the angriest I've ever seen Michael chase, but also probably the smoothest I've ever seen Michael chase. Because usually, yeah, he just drove really nicely, considering that he's got a driver who doesn't have a whole lot of battle experience out front of him in Reece Warren. Reece is a circuit racer, comes from so he did the Porsche series for a little while. Now behind the wheel of a drift car. It's not the normal transition that we see. Usually we see washed up motocross racers come to drifting. Good to see somebody jumping out of a Porsche into a BMW and going sideways. So there are there's no OMTs in any of these battles. This is just straight head to head. The judges either find a winner or they get a tie, and it's 1 point each. Oh, off-road. I can say it now. There it is, the off-roading. There it is. Roan Ellison back in the house, and that's a signature move. Roan Ellison, the off-roader. Unfortunately, just a overcooked there from Reece Warren in the chase. Morning, John OG. Good morning, Sean Smith. Good morning, Drone Wolf. Jamie Tito Collins. That'll be, I'd say that's a pretty easy call in favour of Michael Tang, given Reece decided to make his own line there. That is 100% without a doubt that chase run from Michael Tang, the best driving we've seen him do here in probably ever, I think. It's definitely the best driving I've seen from him here. Sky's Owl was pretty pumped, I think, for Michael there. Did he have something spicy last night? Knowing Michael, probably like a very spicy lobster or something. He drank a lot. Oh, well, okay. Alright, so Jason Wu already on 3 points, has Damon Smith next. So if you haven't seen this format before, there are 4 drivers in each pool. So one battles 2, then one battles 3, then one battles 4. That gives them qualifying points. And then they go into brackets this afternoon to battle for either the Drift Master or the Drift Challenger. Morning, Graham Pepper. So Michael would have been a champagne guy, right? That was probably what he was drinking. No, Michael, straight into the Cristal or something like that, was it? What's the Chinese one, the real strong one? Baijiu. I was on the Baijiu, was it? 53%. Jason Wu and Damon Smith. Jason doing Jason things out front. Damon Smith needs to get some points out of this one to keep himself in the hunt for a high qualifying position and a chance at the Masters versus the Challengers. And do we have a call, judges, or are we still reviewing footage? Mr. Wu goes 2 from 2 in the Eurofighter. That is 6 points out of a maximum 6 so far for Jason Wu. Damon Smith yet to register a score. I do appreciate the fact some of you are watching more drifting right after spending all day yesterday listening to me ramble on. Bruce is laughing. Suzuki-san, Arios Suzuki behind the wheel of the 180SX. Our second look at him up against David Chen. There he is. He's pumped to be here in New Zealand. Have you taken him for a bit of a tour, Sky? I see that you've been out and about doing a bit of eating, doing a little bit of drinking, just showing him the sights of New Zealand. That's not the right way. Yeah, so he's probably a little bit confused as to where the track goes. So Suzuki hasn't had a lot of time here at the track, so he was basically behind the wheel of Sky's Eurofighter yesterday at Summer Bash, and now he's jumped into a is that the one? Does anyone know? Is that the 180 that used to be in the white? Used to be the white and blue one? Is that the school car?
Just to clarify, are we going that first one?
Yeah, it's a fair point. It was a long day listening to me yesterday. I do sound a little bit better today than I did last night. key to recovery is just to pour yourself a long pour of a Talisker single malt or something like that, and just let it soothe the vocal cords. That was a medicinal remedy last night. John OG should invite Trent to give Jason a challenge. Well, Corbin's here, so I guess if Corbin's here, we probably should have Corbin from Wish here as well. So, do we have a call, judges? David Chen gets the points. David Chen gets the points. Alright, so this is going to be the Warrens head-to-head. This is Brodie and Reece head-to-head. This is father and son. Both recently got involved in the sport of drifting after Reece had done some circuit racing. Brodie's done some go-karts in the past. So Brodie's in the green and Reece is in the grey. Brodie's in the green, he's the son. And Reece is in the grey and he is chasing. Morning, Aaron Habib. Hopefully, Aaron, hopefully you didn't do any damage yesterday. I saw you have a little wild ride off the end of the straight at Hampton Downs. Don't think he had quite as hard a hit as Dave Steedman did with the wall. Well, I don't think the Warrens don't care if they hit each other. There you go. There goes a wing mirror. Dad, all right. So Brodie's out front, it's Dad chasing. I do like that. I would like to know what's on the track that came off. I think it came off Reece's car. Oh, the car. Oh, okay. My apologies. So my apologies, Trent. The car is the Wish version of Corbin, not the driver. That's fair enough. Send it. Oh yeah, you did send it, Aaron. That's fair. Good that the car's all good. I'm going to put money on these guys are going to crash into each other again. Ryan Murdoch says the more crashing the better. Probably for Sky, yeah, because he'll have to fix the cars. Well, probably not for Tux and Kane, though, because they'll have to fix the cars. So it is a 3 from 3 call. Brodie gets the points. Brodie gets the points. And that gives Brodie 6 points so far. Out of interest, Ryan Murdoch, since you've said the more crashing the better, does that only apply when you're not involved in the crashes, or is that you signalling your intentions for next week? Who are you going to crash into? Michael Tang, battle 2 for him. We know from talking to Sky that Michael was on the Baiju last night. He's had the angry pills, so he's driving very aggressively this morning. We've already seen probably the best run we've ever seen from him here in his first battle this morning. Morning, Joshua Gibson. Alright, too much of the angry sauce for Michael Tang there. There's a clean up on aisle 3 over there. There's a Skyline bumper just sitting on the outside of the track there. Lucky those are probably quite cheap. Held on by cable ties, I'd imagine. We kind of went from watching the best of Michael to the kind of the overdrivey version of Michael, right? That's what we're talking about this morning. Just a guy who's capable of producing a great run, but then just sometimes doesn't quite dial it back that 1% he needs to. I'm assuming that Leo won, yeah. Like, I didn't really bother to ask. I thought that was pretty obvious that time. I don't look very smart, but hopefully, well, no, I just don't look very smart. Let's just be honest. Morning, Mr. Mulder. Hopefully you've recovered from Joe driving much better than you over yesterday and Friday. Is that Jaden over there wandering over to get the bumper? Hey Jaden, how are you? It's much cheaper to be working, right, rather than driving. You get a free bumper. You get to cable tie that onto the back of your BMW next week. So where are we on the draw now? So we're on to D1 versus D4, which is Jason versus David. Yep, Jason and David, and then Suzuki versus Damon. Now we do know that Suzuki is replacing a tie rod, so he may need to call a competition timeout. So Jason, okay, so here is a question for you, Mr. Zhao, sir. Jason's on 6 points at the moment. David's on 3. So if they end up tied, how do you guys separate? Yeah. So they're both on 6? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought... Okay. So if they're tied, how do you separate them? Paper, scissors, rock? Is that what's happening? I don't know. I generally don't know the answer, so... They fight in the pits? They fight? Fight in the pits? No? What if how about they put their helmets on and run at each other and whoever chickens out first? We'll do that one? Okay. Alright, so Ryan Murdoch and Aaron Habib are going to crash into each other next week apparently. Isaac's in favour of that because that'll take both of you out of the running. He needs you need a podium, really, don't you, Isaac, to kind of get back on the hunt. You really need that top step. I think Jason's about the only driver to hit that outer zone 3. Just consistently. I think he's the only one really getting out there. Jason is, of course, the defending Knockout Kings champion. He won this last year and we did it the first time. We are still trying to work out if we can find 8 drivers too for Battle Queens. I think we had, well, what do we have? What do we need? 7. We need 7 females and Bruce. That was the rules, wasn't it? I think. That's what we decided last week. It was 7 girls plus Bruce. Morning, Mr. McNamara. Glenn, good to have you up here. I think Glenn's up the road, I think, at the Pocono Hotel or something. Have a safe flight home, Glenn. Apparently you're at the airport now. I have little doubt that you're now sunburnt after yesterday being anywhere near the sun. It's probably not a bad suggestion, Aaron. D-Spec V8 knockout. Yeah, it's probably, yeah. Oh, well, look, Corbin is here, and he does have Jason Wu's S15, but I don't think he's going to be getting the call up to compete just yet. So it is Jason who gets a further 3 points. Jason gets a further 3 points, and that is 3 from 3 for Mr. Wu, isn't it? 3 from 3. 9 points maximum score for him. So he looks pretty good to be I think that's S, was it? No, D. He'll be Drift Demon 1 qualifier, I would imagine. So we should have D2 versus D3, but we do know that Suzuki-san needs to replace a tow arm, so we may switch over to the Smoke Samurai bracket and run them first. So we should be up to S. I think it's supposed to be S1 versus 4. I can see Brodie's ready, but Mr. Tang is still in the pits. And Reece and Leo, are they ready? Reece's car's still sitting there in the pits as well, so Reece and Leo should be up next as well. So we have jumped ahead because of Suzuki-san doing repairs to his car. So Reece, if you're able to jump in your car. Reece, are you ready to go? Yep. Put the race suit back on, Reece. There it is.
Michael is ready.
Oh, Michael is okay. So Michael is ready, but Reece, yeah, you will be up next, so very shortly. Leo, if you could get to your car as well. Oh, Leo's sitting ready as well. So Michael and Brodie, you're first, then Leo and Reece. Okay, so after we conclude this this portion, we will be doing a prize giving for the first part of the day, and then we'll be back at 1:30 for the Drift Master and the Drift Challenger portion of the competitions. Brodie Warren, one of the only other drivers to manage to get to that outer zone 3 there. I've only really seen Jason Wu stretch the legs to get right out there. I think Brodie looks strong. I reckon Brodie could quite comfortably settle into something like MSC Challenge, maybe a driver to look at for next series next year. Mr. Tang just dialed it back slightly there, did a pretty good job, but then just kind of put himself in the wrong position here, and then had to check up really badly just coming over the hump. Judges today are Sky Zhao, Roan Allison and Isaac Aldridge. Okay, so this is the first time we've had this, so we have 3 completely different decisions there. So that means each driver is going to get 1 point. So we had one driver go even. No? Sorry, I was reading over the shoulder there, and I saw. Sorry. So what is the call? So it's Brodie. Okay, so Brodie gets 3 points. My apologies. Brodie gets 3 points. So we had a Brodie, and an even. So will that make Brodie the number 1 probably out of that group, I think, Samurai? So at the conclusion of this battle, we will have a quick prize giving for the morning part of the competitions. and then we'll be going to a break, and we'll be back at 1:30. Morning, Mr. Floyd. Good to see you boys tuned in. Suzuki-san's happy with that one. Showing a little bit of what makes him a great exhibition driver. A 180 is probably quite tame to him. Usually he has a Ferrari or a McLaren or something bizarre under his right foot. Morning, Nick Omar. So, have we got a call there, judges? Is that right? So the call, there's the winner. So Suzuki-san gets the 3 points. All right, so we're now going to have a quick prize giving. So Sky is just going to... No more? Is there one more? What's to go? Oh, I got Reece and Leo, sorry. I'm confused by us jumping out of order a little bit. And the 3 points go to Leo Lee. 3 points to Leo Lee. Okay, so we need all drivers now. All drivers. So we're going to have all drivers to the track now for our morning Prizegiving. All drivers to the track now. You don't need to bring your cars. Just please do stay in your race suits so our media team can take photos. And we'll do the morning presentations for effectively the seeding part of competition. Very valid point there, Jordan Joyce. By the way, Jordan, I'm glad you managed to get off that ripple strip you beached yourself on yesterday. Probably should have taken your wallet out of your pocket before you parked on top of it. Then you wouldn't have got stuck. I can say that because you're far away. Just like how I threw you under the bus last time with that trip to... was it? No, it was actually a house, wasn't it? I said if you won another... I think if you won another MSC, you had to buy a house. So, Podium up shortly. We'll run through... I think we go from 4 all the way down to 1. Sky's just writing the results down. Trophies handed out, then we'll be back at 1:30 this afternoon for the Challenger and the Master portion of the competition. So if we're going to have all drivers to the track now, please, all drivers to the track now. So we're going to have all drivers to the track, please, all drivers to the track. Morning, Vanga. Don't worry about it, Aaron, that's fine. Jordan knows I'm only kidding, a little bit. It's his fault that Sean lost yesterday too. Told him to drive at 7 instead of 11, then told him to drive at 11 instead of 7. Got it the wrong way around. Terrible spotting. Okay, so I believe we are ready to do the presentations. We'll start with the Drift Demons. Drift Demons, and in 4th place, Drift Demon 4th place. Drift Demon 4th place, Damon Smith. Drift Demon 4th place, Damon Smith. Yep, polite golf clap, that's the way we do it. Yep, well done. Off to the side there, Damon. In 3rd place, Suzuki-san, welcome to New Zealand. Thank you, Suzuki-san. 3rd place. In 2nd place, David Chen. Congratulations, David Chen, 2nd place. And winning the Drift Demons, Mr. Happy, Jason Wu. All right, trophies up just for the cameras. Trophies up looking at the cameras in front of you. All right, well done. Thank you, guys. That was Drift Demons. You're not done for the day. You're back this afternoon. Smoke Samurai next. Smoke Samurai next. Okay, 4th place for Smoke Samurai. Reece Warren. Congratulations, Reece. Also get the first to hit someone this morning. In 3rd place, Michael Tang. Congratulations, Michael. Second place, Leo Lee. And that means, of course, first place on his competition debut, Brodie Warren. And I can tell you, Brodie, you have been called out on the live stream. The guys want to know when we're going to see you in MSC. So the guys want to know when you're going to be here for competition. There we go. Trophies up for the cameras. So 4th place, Reece Warren. 3rd, Michael Tang. 3rd, Leo Lee. And Brodie Warren gets the qualifying spoils for this one. So that is Smoke Samurai. Well done. All right, and we will be back with you this afternoon at 1:30 for the final competition portion. So until then, enjoy yourselves, grab yourselves some medicinal liquids, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon until we're back at 1:30. Oh, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Knockout Kings, episode number 2 for 2024. We've done our qualifying phase this morning. We saw 8 drivers going head-to-head, and we're now into the knockout battle stages. So we have Jason Wu versus Reece Warren, Suzuki-san versus Leo Lee, David Chen versus Michael Tang, and Damon versus Brodie Warren. So Damon Smith, Brodie Warren. Afternoon, Tyler West. Hope you're enjoying yourself. My apologies, there was no live stream for you yesterday afternoon from Summer Bash. I know how upset and hurt you were by that. So I have been told apparently that there is quite a substantial prize on the line too today. So we'll announce that a little bit later. But quite a substantial prize involving an aircraft. The cameras are starting to overheat, so that's always a good sign. About time Bruce had some stress in his life. Things have been far too easy for him for the last 2 rounds. So this is Jason Wu and Reece Warren. Reece Warren's aggressive on the entry as we expected him to be, but Jason Wu is a fast driver. Reece Warren struggling to keep angle in the car there. Reece Warren attacking, trying to close up the gap there, but Jason Wu just driving, doing what he does out front. Reece Warren is attacking, he is aggressive. He needs to make sure he doesn't get in the wrong position, and he set himself up there for a really, really tough transition. Got trapped, and if he had tried to rotate to angle, he would have pretty much hit that tyre there. So Jason Wu, the Eurofighter, just doing what he does as the defending champion, and he will now sit in the chase position. Afternoon, Geo. Hopefully you're enjoying the live stream out there as well. Judges are Isaac Aldridge, Rowan Ellison, and Sky Zhao. Somehow Luke and Scott got roped into running the cameras. They don't even know how they got roped into running the cameras. They just turned up here and got told they were working. It's like a reverse Asian sweatshop. My guess here is that Jason Wu will give Reece a little bit of room. That's actually a really nice... Oh, it was a nice lead run there from Reece Warren. Did Jason make a bit of a mistake there? Reece Warren doing a good job here on his lead. Looking much more comfortable in the lead position than in the chase. Now, judges, do we have OMT in play for this portion of the competition? We do? Yes? Okay, so OMT is back in play for this afternoon. Afternoon, Rhodey Knowles, Jake Fastage. Thank you, Brodie. Appreciate that. Yeah, I did give Bex and Bradley a little shout out for you yesterday during the Summer Bash. What do we do there, judges? Did we get a call made, or Jason Wu gets the win? Jason Wu goes through. Jason Wu goes through. Suzuki-san now behind the wheel of one of the DA cars against Leo Lee. If you missed this morning's battle, Suzuki-san has had an interesting introduction to the Meremere Drift Park. At one point he kind of got confused as to where he was going and almost went into the wrong part of the circuit. That resulted in a bent tie rod end for him. Fortunately, the Drift Academy team able to get things sorted out for him. That is, of course, the infamous Launch Master Willie on the start line there. I cannot... so Leo... Oh, looks like Leo Lee came out on track and he has called his 5 minutes straight away. So I think because he has come onto the track, that would activate the 5 straight away, come onto the track and then pulled off. So he will now be given 5 minutes to repair his vehicle or he will forfeit the battle. Hello Ben Floyd, hello Tyler Knowles. A lot of regular names popping up in the live stream chat. Is now a good time, Sky, to talk about the prize for today? Since we've got a little bit of a break, I heard it involves a flight to Japan. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So Michael Tang's pretty a good driver, and he pretty much put on some decent prize for everybody to win out of the 2 groups. So right now we have the top 8. The winner goes into the Drift Master group, and then the losers from this battle goes into the Drift Challenger group. So the champions from each group are on the line for the return flight by Michael.
Wow, so you get return flights to Japan for doing Knockout Kings. How cool is that? So there'll be 2 pools after this. The drivers who win go into the Drift Masters. The drivers who are not successful in this round go into the Drift Challengers, and both of the winners get return flights to Japan. So that's a pretty cool prize there, courtesy of Michael Tang. Come on, Brodie, you know I'm not giving you the plug for that brand. Mr. Murdoch calling people out, saying he's aiming for doors next weekend, crashing into people. Apparently Aaron Habib's first on his list. Roan's on board with that. He likes getting up close in the chase position. The Pest, the Mosquito, all 40 horsepower that he has in his BMW. Did anyone speak to Michael Tang at lunchtime about how angry he was? I hope he's dialed it back down. Hopefully the baiju's worn off a little bit now. I want to see the Michael that we saw in the first battle, not the Michael that we saw in the second battle. So this is Michael Tang and David Chen. Chen. So just repeating again, yeah, flights to Japan. How cool is that? That's for both. Apparently, you win either Drift Master and Drift Challengers. So that's what Sky said. Yeah. So either of the 4s that will happen after this, you can win a trip. Okay, so it's the angry Michael Tang that we've got again. Not bad for both drivers. Somebody has suggested via the live stream that Kane needs some sunscreen. Kane looks a bit red apparently. Kane, put some sunscreen on. Oh, he's just blushing? Okay. Hello to Dawson's Garage, tuned in as well. I just had a suggestion come in that if Michael Tang wins, he should donate the prize to MSC. Sky can take that up with Michael later. So if Michael wins his own prize, it's been suggested that the prize should go to MSC. Okay, Michael Tang has apparently said that if he wins, he will donate it to the next person in the order. So there we go. So too bad if you're not here. Buys you on. David Chen definitely needs to be closer to Michael Tang. Just about drops a wheel off the edge here. See what the judges have to say about that one. Do we have a decision there, judges? So it is a one more time. So we have two judges calling one more time. We have one judge who thought it was Michael, so they will go again. So it is a one more time. Launch Master Willie doing Launch Master Willie things. Michael Tang's definitely the more aggressive chaser, but he just wasn't as tight as he needed to be on his lead run, and he seems to be having some problems with that second transition. Then dips a wheel down onto the inside of the curve there. And then he's got out of the drift, so that is going to put Michael Tang at a big disadvantage there. Oh, David Chen chucks it away though. David Chen, so that might just about zero out there. Mistakes for both drivers. Look, I'm not the judge, so whatever I say doesn't really matter. I just interpret whatever I see in front of me. But I thought Michael Tang had chucked that away because he very much straightened up after he put that wheel off the inside. But then David Chen got wide, and that will cause a deduction for him as well for the wheel off. So might come down to this battle maybe. All the MSC drivers are now campaigning for a Japan prize again. They want a Japan prize for the top three, apparently. Why don't we just pay for trips to Japan for everyone? David Chen's going to sit wide again as he just runs around the outside. Afternoon, Shane from Casper Transmissions. Just waiting for all three of the judges to lock in their decisions. One judge has made up his mind, the other two still looking at the replays. Call is made, and it is David Chen going through. David Chen goes through. I like this. The boys are starting to talk smack in the chat now. I want the Japan license, so I'm coming for Corbin. That's from Aaron Habib. Corbin is here, by the way. Him and Sean are over on the wall. So this is Leo Lee after the 5-minute call. So if you missed this morning, then Jason Wu qualified in 1 for Drift Demons, followed by David Chen 2, Suzuki-san in 3, and then Damon in 4. And on the Smoke Samurai side, it was Brodie qualifying in position 1 from Leo in 2, Michael Tang 3, and Reece Warren in 4. Suzuki-san with a nice entry there. Not running huge ankles, Suzuki-san, but doing a good job keeping it tidy. Leo Lee has to crank some lock on there just to avoid making contact with the rear of the Drift Academy 180SX. I think Suzuki-san just struggling to get that car out to the angle he wants it to be, and he rotates it round. Now that is outside the judge section, so it will have been a completed run. It was complete to that point, so the judges will have something to go off. Definitely some of the better driving I've seen from Leo Lee. Looks a lot more comfortable today than he has over the past couple of rounds. Last round, of course, was pretty challenging given it was basically a monsoon here and couldn't see anything. It was pretty dark, pretty damp. Corbin is the new little Mad Mike. Kid's going to be super famous. Yeah, maybe. Like there is a mini Mad Mike. His name's Lincoln, so it's probably hard to push him out of the way. But I think Corbin's doing his own thing in his own right. So Corbin the Drift Fox doing his own thing. He is here today helping spin spanners. Suzuki-san into the chase position, putting the pressure on Leo Lee, and Leo Lee gets real wide up on the track there. Like this chase here from Suzuki. Very Japanese style. Slows the car down nicely. Trapped himself there, had nowhere left to go there. Too close, too far up the inside. I think maybe, yeah, I do feel like that was a great chase from Suzuki, but maybe just a little bit too close potentially. I'll leave that in the hands of the judges though to make that call. Just as a stupid question, what happens if Suzuki wins flights to Japan? He's already going home, so we'll send him faster. We'll just send. Okay, we'll try and keep those tickets as well. Hello, Brendan White, tuned in as well. Judges are still going backwards and forwards, are they? No. Have a call decision. Okay, so judges call one more time there, unable to separate, so mistakes on both sides. It is going to a one more time. So it must be a tyre. Is it a tyre change, or are they just shortcutting back that way? What are they? Just doing things differently. Okay, we're just going about things a different way. Rock, paper. So Suzuki will have the lead this time. Leo will have the chase. This is a one more time battle. I like that from Leo Lee. Plenty of aggression there. Got right in the door of the Japanese driver. Leo Lee getting better and better as he goes through more and more battles. This is kind of the point of Knockout Kings, right? It's a great way for the Drift Academy drivers to develop their battle skills. Sometimes you find that these guys are probably only getting 1 or 2 battles in a competition day, whereas today I think they've already had 3 each. Now most of these guys onto a 4th, and then they will get at least a 5th as well. So plenty of learning opportunity here. Leo Lee too wide, drops the wheel off the outside. Oh, contact, big contact. Leo Lee dropped a wheel there, and then there's stuff falling off cars and bits that are going to go on Trade Me for sale after this. I do appreciate the fact that Suzuki didn't really bother getting out of that and just kind of crashed into him. That's kind of fun. That's something Roan would have done. Just don't lift, just keep going. It's all right. Hello, Natasha Daly. Hopefully you guys are doing well, Natasha. I saw that Sam West tried to destroy most of the RHP cars yesterday. Destroyed his own first, and then I think he broke Aiden's as well, didn't he? So you could be part of this as well, too, by the way. If you do want to come to Drift Academy, you can check out the Facebook page and find out what and when you can learn to drift with the Drift Academy International. Judge is looking at the replay again to see what happened there, and I think you'll see that the contact was caused largely by Leo Lee. Kind of went off the edge of the track there, dropped the wheel, lost all momentum, and then Suzuki kind of straightened up and then just drove straight into the front of the car. So it's a bit of an odd one, really. So, judges, do we have a decision? Leo gets the call. Leo Lee gets the call. So Leo will battle Jason on the left-hand side of the tree, and now we'll see Damon Smith and Brodie Warren. Damon Smith, Brodie Warren. So Brodie Warren in the Drift Academy built BMW has looked pretty solid so far on his competition debut. Definitely a driver that we'll be seeing more of in the future. I think they're the wrong way around, aren't they? I think it should be Brodie to lead as the number 1 qualifier out of that versus, is that right? So it's off the tree. Okay, so it is the way it sits. So DD4 leads over DD1. Slightly different format here today. So Damon Smith has the lead and Brodie Warren to chase. Now, Brodie Warren's going to have to play a game here because Damon Smith's car hasn't looked happy all day. So Brodie has to temper down the aggression here. He's very fast, very aggressive, but he's got to make sure that he doesn't find himself in a position he doesn't want to be in. So I think he's trying to give himself some room here, is Brodie Warren. You can see the sort of the throttle modulation there from Brodie. All part of the learning exercise in chasing slower cars. So if you have just joined us, the winner of the Drift Master and the winner of the Drift Challenger gets return flights to Japan, courtesy of Michael Tang, who is the sponsor of the major prize this afternoon. No? Don't know what happened there for Damon Smith. Car just didn't go off the line. Brodie Warren walks away from Damon Smith here. Damon just either sleeping on the line or maybe a mechanical, not sure. So, decision there, judges. Brodie goes through to the top four, Brodie to the 4, and he is up against David Chen. Brodie to the 4. So we should have Jason versus Leo on one side and then David versus Brodie. Okay, so this is where we get to the part where we've added in the drift challenges. So in this bracket are Reece, Suzuki, Michael and Damon. Reece, Suzuki, Michael and Damon. So these guys are battling off for the Drift Challenger competition. So this is an add-in part to the competition that I don't think anyone apart from Sky knew this was happening. Sky and Michael knew it was happening. They've added this one in. It's a bit more flavour. So these guys are still competing for a significant prize. So the winner of this will go into a battle for the winner of this competition, and the winner of this could be potentially getting a return flights to Japan, courtesy of Michael Tang. So this is Reece and Suzuki. So Suzuki, I think, just gets to go home. He doesn't get a prize. And then I think what will happen is if there's a I think I've got an idea. Suzuki just with that aggressive Japanese on the door chase style. Very reminiscent of when Sky Zhao kind of brought that style to the National Series in D1. When you came back, Sky, when you were kind of one of the first guys to go over to Japan, and you brought in that kind of style of not really caring and just bumping doors and being right in the chase pocket. Didn't kind of make you any friends, really, did it? When you brought it in and no one else had really seen it. Wasn't really something the judges understood or were looking for in terms of rewarding you for driving in that manner, which got kind of weird once we then moved to the proximity-based stuff, right? So, lucky you're a circuit racer now. It's a cheaper race guy. This is laughed at me. So we're good to go here. Reece will be in the chase. Suzuki in the lead. Probably one of the better laps Suzuki's put together today. Don't know if it's going to be quite enough there. So judges just complimenting Reece on his chase as well, being nice and smooth there, which is always important feedback to give to a developing drift driver. Reece, we did mention earlier in the broadcast, has moved across from being a former Porsche racer, so he was a Porsche racer, now taking up the sport of drifting. Okay, so the call has come through, and it is Suzuki-san getting the call. Suzuki gets the call and moves through. So Reece still has another battle, though, for third and fourth in this competition bracket. Afternoon, Trent Abina. Good to see you tuned in. Shane Scott, Stacey Lou also tuned in. This is Knockout Kings. This is the Drift Challengers bracket. So this is the bottom four of the earlier Knockout Kings round. Now the winner of the Drift Challengers gets return flights to Japan, courtesy of Michael Tang. So Michael Tang, Damon Smith. There's a bit of a no comment moment there. Damon Smith just not getting off the line, and Michael Tang pretty much just having the track to himself for almost a private buy run there. In most other series, I think you'd probably call that, by definition, it would be defined inactive chase, being more than 3 car lengths behind. We don't have that rule, by the way, in Knockout Kings or MSC, but it's just something I thought I'd mention there so that I sounded way smarter than I look. So Michael Tang's just got to not do anything silly here. Hopefully he remembers that. And what do we call that one again? That is called off-roading. As quality off-roading, all 4 wheels off. And so Michael Tang is now in the final for his own prize. Well done, Michael. That's one way to save himself some money. I've got an idea. I have got an idea. I was going to say, why don't we keep one of the prizes for MSC and then just have a 16-man Royal Rumble and let the drivers fight each other for the ticket. What do you reckon? That could be a good winner next week. Isaac seems keen. Isaac's keen. Hello, Jordan Lee. Hello, Aidan Daly. So what's... So Michael Tang is getting the call. Yes, Michael Tang to the final. Yep, Michael Tang to the final. And he is against Suzuki. We are going to run 3rd and 4th first. Reece and David. Damon. Reece and Damon. So Reece and Damon, yeah? So this is the final of the... Jake Fastnage, can I join in the Rumble? Aaron Habib likes the idea. Isaac, I think he's keen as well. He spends a lot of time in the gym, that man. Have you seen some of his videos? Throws some serious iron around. I think that's just like to counter the torque steer or whatever. I don't know. A lot of time in the gym. I'll get a message from Jordan Joyce soon. He'll be keen for a Royal Rumble for a trip to Japan. So this is Drift Challenger. This is a, I guess what you'd call the plate or secondary comp. Sean Smith reckons Aaron has to fight one-handed. There we go. That seems fair. None of this has been agreed to, by the way. It's just me entertaining myself. So this should be, is it Reece and Damon? Reece and Damon for 3 and 4 in the Challenger. So Reece Warren against Damon Smith for 3rd place in the Drift Challenges. Thank you as always to all of our volunteers who are here putting on the Knockout Kings competition. Thank you to Michael Tang for generously sponsoring the major prizes for Drift Master and Drift Challenger. Even if you are still in line to win one of them yourself. Damon Smith with a unfortunate mistake there, wheel off the edge. Reece Warren just doing it nice and tidy out the front there. First competitive appearance for him. See what he does in the chase here. So I think the challenge here for Reece Warren is going to be actually giving Damon Smith enough room, because Damon's clearly got a car that just doesn't want to behave today. So if I was Reece, I'd be giving him enough room without being inactive, just sort of make sure there's no contact or doesn't get trapped in the wrong spot on the track. That was sort of what I was talking about earlier. Reece Warren's got that sort of dog mentality, just wants to try and stick on the rear of Damon Smith's car. But the problem with that is when Damon Smith's car is not behaving, find yourself in the wrong place, it can easily trap you into a mistake. Doesn't lack for aggression, really, does he? Is there something about guys who drive that type of BMW that they like trying to almost crash into the rear of other cars? Not looking at anyone in particular on the judging panel. We often talk about Isaac because to be fair, some of, like, as you've admitted yourself, some of your qualifying has been below where you would expect, but you do enjoy the art of the battle. You are a guy who likes to chase, like Roan actually, and actually all three of you are just pests, really, in the chase position. None of the three of you are afraid of making contact with a car in front of you. Callers, mate, are we announcing this or are we holding it for Podium? Okay, so Reece gets the call, and he is third place for the Drift Challenger segment. So we should now have Michael and Suzuki. So are we announcing the result of this? I think because we're kind of over time, we can probably do the podium stuff for formalities, maybe. But yeah, so we'll hold the winner for the podium. Yeah, okay. So I'll just tell you if we get a result here. So we're going to have our Drift Masters 4 getting ready, please. Our Drift Masters 4 getting ready. So that's Jason, Leo, David, and Brodie. So this is the final for Drift Challenges. It is Suzuki-san and Michael Tang. Okay, so all we are looking for here is a result. All we're looking for here is a result, and it'll be announced on the podium after this. So do we have a decision, or are we going OMT potentially? So it is a one more time. It is a one more time. So Suzuki-san, Michael Tang will go one more time. So that's the OMT first half of the battle concluded for Suzuki-san and Michael Tang. This is the Drift Challenger part of competition, and then after this we'll see Jason Wu, Leo Lee, David Chen and Brodie Warren for the top part of the section, which is called Drift Masters, the Drift Master. Michael Tang bumps the wheel right up against the edge of the track there. Suzuki-san again bringing that distinctively Japanese chase style. Hello Harry, how are you? Have you got a Monza wheel for me, Harry? I need a Monza promo pack. So do we have a decision? Yes, we have a decision, okay. All right, so now we're into the Drift Masters portion of the competition. And the winner of this gets sponsored return flights to Japan, courtesy of Michael Tang. So we have just seen the Drift Challenges portion completed, and we will go into prize giving straight after this. Apologies if we rush through things. We do need to get things done pretty quickly today. Jason Wu is your defending Knockout Kings champion. A little bit too far up the inside there from Lee. So probably a... Jason just tagged the wall. Jason Wu just tagged the wall outside the judge section. So Jason is also Leo's boss. We just found out Jason is also Leo's boss, which is a fun fact. Hey Terry, how are you? GK Drift will be back in force, no doubt, next week for MSC. Bit too much there from Leo Lee, just the dirt turbo. That's new. That's called Asian parallel parking. So I did actually go and have a look at the edge of the track up there too. That trench up there is about 20 centimetres deep if you run off the edge of the track. So you are at risk of bending some bits and pieces if you go off the edge. I wouldn't recommend doing it. I think, from memory, was it you, Isaac, or was it Blair who helped dig that trench up there? One of you guys did that. Both of you did the land. Oh, that's right. We were talking about this. Landmark Homes just excavating a new foundation or whatever it was. Good old sponsor plug we had to get in there. Do we have a decision there, gentlemen? So going to the final is Jason Wu to the final. Jason Wu to the final. All right, so here we go. Brodie Warren against David Chen. So Brodie Warren competition debut in the top four. Not a bad effort for the former kart racer. So all these cars are, of course, built by D-Spec. So if you see anything you like, you can contact Sky and the team about buying a vehicle similar. Just contact D-Spec via the Facebook page, the same way you'd contact Drift Academy International about doing potentially an arrive and drive experience. Half day, full day, or whatever really you need. Semi-final time, David Chen and Brodie Warren. Brodie Warren needs to be closer than that in the chase position. Nice run from David Chen out front there. Probably one of the better laps David's done. I agree. We are missing Kevin. Both cars just shut down pretty abruptly, but it's probably getting pretty hot out there, a bit like Bruce's laptop at the moment. It's just about to have a meltdown, I think. Now, what's happening here? David Chen's got Launchmaster Willie looking at something or checking something. So is that a competition timeout, is it, for David Chen? 5 minute competition, 5 minutes, yes. And we can't do anything else because... should we blame Kane for that? Can we blame Kane for that? I think that's Kane's fault. Didn't put enough fuel in it. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. I just blame Kane. Okay, so we've got Jason in the final. We've got Leo waiting to go for 3 versus 4. And then we have our top 3 locked in for the Drift Challenges. Okay, David's refueled, making his way back out onto track. So just taking a look at the replay on the screen while David Chen gets some heat in the tyres after calling 5 minutes. Judges just wanting to make sure they're across what's going on. And back live we come for Brodie Warren and David Chen. There's a pop or a bang that just came out of one of those cars. It didn't sound like it wanted to go properly. David Chen's had a massive problem there. I wonder if the car's got a misfire or something. Caused him to momentarily lose power and straighten back up there. And... Whoa! Oh! That is... so if we could maybe just go away from that for a moment, camera. Swallow our team rush over there. I feel like that car's maybe lost power or something. And it's just understeered massively. So we'll just have a look maybe at a replay of the first run or something like that. We won't show you the other run. We'll go back. He's out of the car. David Chen is out of the car, so that's good. David Chen is out of the car. So David Chen is okay. He is out of the car, which is the main thing. But you saw there just as that car went around that corner, that it looked like it just straightened up and went straight ahead and then rotated the wrong way. So David does look like he's okay. Okay, so if we could have the finalists to your vehicles, please. Finalists to your vehicles. So that should be Jason and Brodie. Jason and Brodie. Oh, okay. So Jason and Brodie, if you could be ready to go, because there will need to be a safety check on that car when it's pulled out. Can we have Brodie and Jason to your cars, please? Brodie and Jason to your cars, please. And everyone else away from the incident site, please. Anyone else away from the incident site? Brodie and Jason to your cars, please. We will look to run a final, likely first, and then if that car is deemed safe, we'll run 3 and 4. So Brodie and Jason, if you could get to your cars now. Okay, Brodie and Jason to your cars, please. Brodie and Jason to your cars, please. Brodie and Jason, please. Brodie and Jason for our final. Let's have you guys ready to go. Okay, so this is going to be our final. It is Brodie Warren, first time in competition. Brodie Warren up against Jason Wu, our defending champion, first and second. And the winner of this gets return flights to Japan. Courtesy of Mr. Tang, Michael Tang. So I've been told that Jason will have the. I think Jason is. Jason is going to be leading. So a pair of D-Spec built Eurofighters, both of which came out of the D-Spec workshop, both Drift Academy drivers. Brodie Warren, Jason Wu, first time. You want to find out how good you are and how prepared you are for battle, this is how you're going to find out, young fella. So Jason Wu out the front. Has he bitten the angry pills this time? Is Jason Wu going to fire that big shot? Oh, Jason Wu! Now what's happened there? Now the judges will take a look at that. Brodie Warren was in the chase position and then he kind of got checked up and ended up the wrong way. And I think we'll be taking a look at the replay on that one. Was that Brodie Warren just trying to come too close, or was that too much angle out of Jason out front? We'll just see whether the judges want to let this run or whether they want to look at the replay. We are just going to keep running and then the judges will take a look if they feel they need to after this. I can guarantee that I do not know how to make a hungy. Here's the angry Jason. It's a nice sight watching two of the 92 Eurofighters go head to head. In all honesty, I've got no idea how to actually. Well, I'll be honest. A hungy seems like far too much manual labour because you've got to dig the hole and then heat stuff up. I'm not really down for that. So I think we've got more chance of Sky paying for a roof for the track than me doing a hungy. All right. So do we have a decision, judges? We have a decision. Okay. So we have a decision. Are we going to run 3 and 4, or are we done for the day? Boss man, are we done, or we're going to run 3 and 4? We are going to run 3 and 4. So we should have it. We've got a third and a fourth to go, and then we'll go straight to our prize giving. Leo Lee and David Chen, who is okay, and the car's okay after checking a location for a hungy pit, apparently, off the edge of the track. If we could have everything ready for the prize giving as well. If anyone needs to locate anything for the prize giving, if you could bring that to the tower as soon as possible so that we are ready to go straight after this. And drivers, as soon as this is complete, we'll invite you onto the track, as the track will be closed. So as soon as we get a result on this one, so I think, are you going to give me a result, judges, or for third? Yeah. Okay, so results will be on the podium for the Drift Masters, but we already know the order largely for the Drift Challenges. So remember, all 8 drivers do need to be part of the podium presentations. So this is Leo Lee and David Chen, a pair of youngsters behind the wheel. We did learn earlier that Leo works for Jason Wu. David, I believe, has only been drifting for 3 months competitively. At least David's not scared of it. Didn't get back on the horse, or so goes the theory. Straight back into it. Judges are ready to go. This is our third and fourth. Hello Keegan Moore. Hello William Takanui. Well, David Chen getting adventurous, going the other way into the big trench this time. And I think we should have a result after this one. Have a result there, judges. Not the prettiest to quote Jared Deander or Hurt. We have a results. All right, so that is the track closed. We have our results. So if all drivers could join us on the track now. Okay, track is now closed. So if we could have everyone getting ready, and you can make your way out to the track now. All right, are we good, boss? Are we starting?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Yeah, we can hear that. That's good. Yeah, we can hear that one.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
so
Let's do
we are
the,
going to start, yes?
I just want to say a massive thanks for everyone coming for today. The boys put on a really good show, and I want to especially thank Michael personally sponsored some great prizes. I'm sure even makes me want to enter the competition. So without further ado, we have one special trophy, and this is for our elite sponsor, Michael Tang.
Thank you, well done there, Michael Tang. Congratulations, the elite sponsor, and also very generously donating the trips to Japan. Right, we move now to our Drift Challenger competition. Drift Challenger, and coming home in 4th place for Drift Challenger, Damon Smith. Damon Smith, 4th place. In 3rd place on Drift competition debut, congratulations, Reece Warren. And in 2nd place, not winning his own prize, Michael Tang. Which means that, weirdly enough, Suzuki-san, you have won a trip to Japan from New Zealand instead of the other way around. So, I think Sky said he wants you to come back. So congratulations, Suzuki-san. Winner of Drift Challenger. So thank you so much to Michael Tang for sponsoring that prize. Sorry, boys, who thought you were going to be fighting over that in the Royal Rumble next week. Just waiting for the bottles. Trophies up for the cameras. And then you can let the champagne fly. There we go. Bottles up, boys. All right, now you can spray each other. Now you can get ugly. Reece doesn't want to. He's got to get on a plane. No, we're not doing that. All right, Drift Masters, Drift Masters. Okay, 4th place for Drift Masters, David Chen. Congratulations, David. David, 4th place. Also winner of the most spectacular exit from the track. In 3rd place, Leo Lee. Congratulations, Leo Lee. In 2nd place on competition debut, Brodie Warren. Which means your winner and your back-to-back champion, winning the return flights to Japan in the Eurofighter, Jason Wu. Almost smiling, almost smiling. Congratulations, that is the finishing order for the Drift Masters. David Chen 4, Leo Lee 3, Brodie Warren 2, and Jason Wu in 1. Are we spraying the champagne? You guys, because you guys should all spray Sky. Get Sky. Spray Sky. Not the microphone, just Sky. Have we got it? Well done, well done. All right, so that is it for Knockout Kings round number 2. Thank you so much to Michael Tang for generously sponsoring the prize, the return trips to Japan. Congratulations to Jason Wu, who wins the trip to Japan, and also Suzuki-san, who wins. Suzuki-san gets to come back.
He will come back, and then we're King.
All right, so there you go. So get your entries in soon. There is going to be another Knockout King, and who knows, maybe we'll have the same prize on offer again. All right, thanks so much, everyone, for being with us this afternoon. Thank you, Bruce and the team, for running the stream. Thank you to Luke and Scott, who didn't know they were actually working today. Thank you to me for not dying yesterday at Summer Bash. Thank you to Sky and all of his team. Congratulations to all of our drivers, and thanks so much for being here with us.